we've been out here working on the booth most of the day, and we've been getting this sort of question, why are NetApp here? And it's a common question, it happens a lot, but actually it's something we should really look into. So I'm Jason Benedicic, your host, and joined with me today is Luis Rico. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Luis Rico. I'm Business Development Manager for Astra, working at NetApp. So very happy to be here with you, Jason.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, thanks for joining me. So, like I was just saying in the intro there, like we've had a lot of customers, a lot of prospects, people walking up and just saying, I know NetApp, but I know you for storage. Why are NetApp at KubeCon? So why don't you explain, like, why are we here?
Yeah, this is a common question that we have been asked, because NetApp is known as a storage vendor in the data center, okay, and what is doing here in the cloud native paradise, of KubeCon, okay? So the reason is because we have been working for a couple of years now to deploy a super cool technology called Astra. And Astra is our data management solution for Kubernetes clusters. So we are able to provide disaster recovery, data protection, data portability for Kubernetes clusters, even in the public cloud or on-premise in the data center, okay? So we are doing this kind of thing. And we want to tell the world that we have this cool technology available for helping customers, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, where better to tell the world than at the CNCF's major conference of the year, right? So, so as Luis was saying there, we have been working for a long time on Astra, and we often see, what I often see as well, is customers often don't think that they need data protection for Kubernetes. Obviously it started off as a stateless platform, most of the initial workloads were stateless, but I'm sure your experience is the same. We're seeing now that more customers are running data-heavy, stateful workloads, and they kind of forget that you need to protect that data somehow. I know it's no different now than it was for VMs or for physical boxes. Wherever there's data in the state, you need to protect that for your business.
Yeah, exactly. And it's important to, the first thing, be aware that you need some kind of data protection, even if most of your workloads are stateless. At least I'm pretty sure that you will, at some point have some stateful applications. So we simplify this data protection for you, so you don't have to go through complex scripts or using open source tools that are difficult to automate, are difficult to manage, or you have, to dedicate some talent specifically for that. So Astra is a solution that is very easy to use. It's very, simple to manage. So we offer as a managed service in the public cloud, so you don't have to be concerned about to install it and manage and provide high availability for this kind of solution. So you can protect very easily your Kubernetes cluster, your stateful workloads, and also your stateless workloads. And sometimes it's just easier to protect everything in the cluster, just to make sure that if you have any problem, any issue, any logical error, any unintended or malicious deletion of namespaces or something like that, or your availability zone is broken and you cannot go on with your Kubernetes cluster, we got your back and we can protect your workloads and restore them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really interesting use case you said there as well. So I think there's been a lot of, the rise of ransomware has been a very prevalent thing the last few years, and along with ransomware maturing, we've seen that at the threat actors, they try to find the weak points. So when it was in sort of the virtualization era, what we saw some advanced attacks where people would target storage snapshots, so they could delete your backups or your snapshots and then ransomware the attack, so that you didn't have that backup. And I kind of get the feeling that in the future we might see people targeting code repositories and CI/CD platforms, and taking away your ability to reinstall, repave your apps through your platform, your process. And in that instance, well, being able to just restore from a backup, even if it is stateless, just get all those applications, just one click restore my cluster, that seems like a really good use case.
Yeah, exactly, because the good point is you should always have an external backup to your Kubernetes cluster, just to make sure that if you have this attack, ransomware attack, and you have a problem even with the CSI snapshots, that you have done to quickly restore things, you get, your back protected because the backup is completely stored outside your Kubernetes clusters. And when we do that, we are using object storage. And when you use buckets and object storage, you can easily put the S3 lock in your buckets just to make sure that they are completely warm, no? Write once, read many, so nobody is going to be able to, delete your backups of your Kubernetes clusters and your Kubernetes applications. No? So in this sense, you are quite safe with Astra, and you can restore very easily again, your pipeline, your CloudBees, your Jenkins, your Tecton thing, okay? Mm-hmm. So you don't have to be worried about how to recover all the process from GitHub or from everything, okay? Because it's much more easy to just click next, and get your recover done, okay? So
yeah, exactly.
This is what Astra can do for you, okay?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a very belt and braces approach, which I think customers love, and actually having many conversations here on the booth as we've been educating everybody, this is what we're finding. We're finding actually customers are looking for these easy solutions. They need that simplicity, and to be fair, when you have a disaster, the last thing you want to do is rebuild a pipeline, redeploy your applications. The boss is on the phone, it's 4 a.m., the company's losing money, you just want a couple of buttons like click, 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 get my environment back up,
exactly.
Go back to bed.
You don't want to follow a 40-step command line procedure and having to pray for each step to do the right thing and don't get messed up, okay? So that's what you want, okay?
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Luis. We're going to go back to the show floor, and later on I'll be talking to Spot and finding out what they've been doing here at KubeCon.
Thank you, Jason.